Phoenix, what is space?
Basically lights in the sky, but it's not like places you can go in a spaceship like they have said that they have done. It's just lights in the sky. I mean,
Okay, could you also say that technically the space in your house is fake?
I mean, it depends on your definition of space. If you mean like empty space, which
I
is like
mean,
what they say.
is empty really empty though?
Well, they say it is eventually. I would say no. Here, there's like, a whole, there's air and stuff, even though it's not visible to us. But they say eventually, if
But
you get
look, but
far
look,
above
if,
Earth, there's nothingness.
but look, you just said if empty has air in it, that would mean that technically it's not empty because it's filled
Right.
with air, right?
But then they
Or
say
like,
that there's a thing
or
called outer space, right? Where there's nothingness. There's no air, there's no background medium, there's nothing between the molecules, there's just nothingness. Which is like, that's stupid and that's fake and it doesn't exist. But I mean, yeah, I see your point though of like the space in my house. Do you think I could take the empty space in my house and bend it or warp it?
I mean, if you had the tools to do so, maybe
It doesn't
like
exist. Like if you open up a box and it's empty, can you bend the contents of the box? Can you warp them in any way?
if
Like
you had
no.
certain materials like radiation or heat, you
Radiation
technically like.
doesn't bend nothingness. Like that doesn't work that way. The whole point is it's a not physical thing. You can't
Are you
attribute
okay? Hold
physical
on. Question:
properties.
Are you referring to like the box bending as like the box bending over, or are you like referring to something in the box bending the
Inside
box
the
over?
box. So you open a
Okay,
box
never
and it's
mind. Never mind.
empty,
I
and you
thought.
take
See,
that emptiness and you start to bend it. Like you can't, right? But that's what they say gravity is. They say gravity is the bending and warping of space and time. Two things that are not physical things that cannot be bent. You can't bend love, you can't bend freedom, you can't bend justice, you can't bend space, and you can't bend time.
well, gravity
But
is just from like planets and stars and their gravitational pull.
that's what they say, but in reality, things just fall down because they're heavier than air, and it has nothing to do with the planets or the lights in the sky or anything like that. And nobody has ever left Earth. That's like the big one. Even according to the mainstream, only 24 human beings have ever left what they call low Earth orbit. And the last time that was in the 70s. So for over 50 years, nobody has left low Earth orbit. We haven't even gone more than 400 miles up in 50 years. But allegedly in the 70s, they want us to believe they went first try. They put Freemasons on the moon to play golf, and then they came back first try, destroyed all the rockets. We haven't been able to recreate those rockets. Even the 2026 rockets we have now are way worse than the 1970 ones somehow. You can look this up for yourself. How many refuels does it take to go to the moon? Right now, they say it takes 20 extra rockets worth of fuel to go to the moon. In the 70s, they had no extra rockets of fuel. The Saturn V rockets just went first try and had enough to come back. So it's like, we've just been lied to. It's this made up story, and there's no such thing as anybody being an expert on outer
Okay, question.
space.
Question. I'm not trying to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you're just passionate. I'm not trying to upset you,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just passionate. No, you can't
but
upset me,
look,
man. I
but
understand. It
look.
sounds crazy.
I like to debate too. Like I'm kind of trying to debate here too a little bit. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking, right? Like we have airplanes, right? And so like, we've
of
been in
course.
airplanes, and so there's obviously that part of the atmosphere, right? And
Right.
then we also have satellites, and we know that we have these satellites and stuff
Mm,
like that, and weather balloons and stuff like that
weather balloons,
because
yeah.
and just certain stuff like that, right? So we've been able to do tests, and I'm not saying that space. I'm not talking about space. I'm just saying for gravity, right? For gravity, we've been able to do tests with certain rockets and certain balloons, and we sent it up and high enough in the atmosphere, and we can see for short periods of time how the gravity is affecting that with certain tests. I'm not too sure how those tests work. I'm not like this is just something I looked up to like argue with, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. First of all, yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I understand. I like debating too. I'm not like angry at you, and I don't think anyone is stupid for believing in space or anything like that. You make up some good points, and like I have had to deal with all of these things. If I'm gonna say space is fake, I need to come up with an explanation for everything, from satellites to planes to everything. So My thing for satellites is I just straight up don't believe them. Like if you just look up pictures of satellites, they are all just like CGI. If you look up like satellite images of Antarctica from space, like it's all just like fake renders, like clearly fake renders. I'm not even being like, it's just like CGI little models or whatever. They say that there's over 10,000 satellites orbiting around Earth, and each satellite, to be in orbit, it has to be going at 18,000 miles an hour. So just imagine when you're in a car going like 100. Imagine 180 times faster than that. That's how all the satellites are going. In the thermosphere, where it's like 2,000 degrees, they never melt. I just don't believe it, man. There's a
Man, I'm
documentary
gonna have to
called
add you,
Level.
Phoenix. I'm gonna have to add you.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about this.